Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the MGM Adventures podcast, hosted by
Matt
and Gina.
Today, we are going to talk about can live entertainment save Six Flags St. Louis?
No, because it's already sold.
True, but I
I'm just
think
saying.
I think there's some unique things that they're doing here, and I think this could change this park for the better,
I agree.
to be honest.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
I guess everyone knows you agree. Okay. Anyway, please make sure to like, follow, and share wherever you're listening or watching us from. Also, this episode announcement is on July 1st, or this will drop on July 1st, and Boulder Canyon, we'll know what that means. I don't know what it means during this recording, so you'll find out our thoughts on that soon, as in next week. So
No special
be
episode?
prepared. No, it's just a regular one. I know.
Rude.
So you'll find out our thoughts on Boulder Canyon.
Holiday World.
At Holiday World. I will say they did announce that Rock the Canyon was canceled due to flooding.
Yikes.
It's a week. Anyway, we'll find out tomorrow what it is officially. Anyway, so we recently went to Six Flags St. Louis.
We did?
We did.
Birthday trip.
Yeah, so went there and then obviously went to Holiday World also after that. We'll talk more about that in that episode. But we went, they had announced that they hired an entertainment director. And I'm like, okay, that's exciting. And then they announced the shows. And the one show that popped up, I'm like, I got to go see the show because it reminds me of a show that previously was at Dollywood called Dreamland Drive-In, which is probably it's
R.I.P.
It's gone, sadly. It is kind of still there in play on. It's part of it.
It's like a 2-second snippet.
They do 2 songs from it now.
Okay.
So
2-song snippet out of 10 or 15.
It's definitely one of my favorite theme park shows I've ever seen. And unfortunately, Dollywood did retire it. It is a bit on play on if you want to see it. But basically, the concept is...
If you want to see it. That's not even a glimpse into the show.
You can see a little bit of it. But anyway.
Yeah.
So basically, that show was based on they go back in time and then they go through the eras of music and it's got a good story. So anyway, they announced a show very similar to this called Flashback on Route 66. And I was like, I got to go see that show. We'll talk about that show shortly. And did it live up to my hype? But then we also had additional shows, and let me count them real quick. I think I had the number 8 different shows.
I was going to guess 5.
8 different shows were announced. And you're like...
Were announced. Okay.
And I was like, huh? That's a lot of shows. Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we missed one, which is interesting how they do this one. But so we went on a Friday. So all of the shows except one was running. The one runs only on Mondays and Tuesdays, which is weird.
And there's a show that only runs Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No, this is the one that only runs Monday, Tuesday. The rest run the other days. At least check the schedule to make sure. I think most of the shows run Thursdays through Monday, and this one show runs the other 2 days for some reason. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. I guess to give entertainment every day you go, which is cool. So if you're going Thursday to Monday, they have entertainment, and they don't just have entertainment; they have entertainment throughout the whole day. So I think the park was open 11 to 8, I believe. 11 to 8 is what I believe it was open. We got there 11. We, we rode some things, and then we got in the first show was the Gold Fever show, which is a saloon show. It's kind of one of those classic saloon comedy kind of shows with some twist. And I'm not going to ruin everything. I think this was one of your favorite shows,
This was my favorite show.
Okay.
Out of all of them. I really liked this show. It was funny. The songs were great. The actors were great.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really good show. It was a good saloon show. I was very blown away on how well it was done.
It was really well done. Yeah. The cast was great. I think the audio for a lot of these shows was probably it sounded like they're still working out some of the kinks. The show's literally open like a week before we went there. So they're very early on in the season.
FYI, go a little bit early They do a
Yeah,
little skit outside
they do on this one, yes. They don't on
before the
all
show.
of them,
No.
but this one they did.
Yeah.
So we got
Kind of give you a little insight into the show, which I didn't realize
yeah,
until
it was like 10
we went
minutes
and
before
watched
the
the show.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So be there early, I guess, if you're gonna go see the show.
It was kind of fun.
Yeah. So we got out of that show and well, we did that show and then they said I think they did say the next show is here. I'm like, oh, okay. Or there was an announcement. That's what it was. Sorry, it wasn't the show that announced this one. They said we'll be back in here for another show, which was
A
unique,
country show.
which was a country show. Like, oh, okay, cool. And then we were walking around the park, and across the park speakers, they said, "Hey, Bubble Pop is going on
Bubble
over
Pop.
here," and we're like, "Okay, I guess we'll go see Bubble Pop." So we walked over, and Bubble Pop was over in front of Justice League, and this was a singing show from pop music.
It was. And it was for the first time. Well, it was different. It was a different cast, and we'll get more into that here shortly. But none of the cast that was in that show was in the other show.
Yes, correct. So, and they were good. They were energetic. This was an outdoor show. The first one was indoors, so that was nice. This was, like I said, not too long after, maybe 30 minutes after.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
wasn't.
I think we got a
long.
snack and then went over. It was over there. So, um, and so that show was good. Pop music, your classic hits from the 90s, early 2000s. I don't know your popular songs.
I want it that away.
You do want it that way. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, that kind of
Yep.
era. They were good. I don't. They were very pink. I'll say that. And they did dance in the audience. It's an outdoor show, so they're not like
There
listening
is hardly any seating there.
zero seating at this
So,
venue, which is not a venue; it's just a stage.
keep that in mind.
Yeah.
There is a couple like seats, but you don't get a good view.
No, it's mostly a standing show. The good news is, I think it was like 15-minute show.
Yeah.
So it was a very short show.
Each cast member sang one song, and there was 5 cast members.
I think so. Yeah.
5 cast
I think
members.
they did one group song, and the rest were all alone. So, yeah. And then at the end of that show, they're like, "See us at our next show at the water park at this time." And we're like, "What? Okay." So I think we did something else, and then we're like, you know what? We'll just go walk over to the water park. So we walked over to the water park because I remember they had these Dole Whip things that are delicious.
So good.
So make sure to get one of those.
I got a peach one. Surprise!
Yeah. And so we got there, and they have a stage set up in the wave pool.
Not in it.
Seating area.
Yeah, it's not in the wave pool. It's in the seating area in front of the wave pool, just to be clear.
Yep. And
they don't go into the water.
And so
it's the same cast from
Bubble Pop. The same cast shows up, and we're like, wait, but they are in different outfits.
They are.
Except the 2 men still stayed in their pink shoes. But
that really bothered you.
It did. I don't know why. Because everyone else was in black shoes. Like the women
just the girls were in the black and the boys were in the pink.
I'll get to the black shoes in a minute because I know what shows it from. So maybe this will answer the question. So that was the same exact cast as was in Bubble Pop. So that cast did a 15-minute show called Bubble Pop, and then like 30 minutes later, they're in the water park doing this next show. I don't remember. Was this called Surfin' Safari?
I'm
going to find
like
it
that.
on here. Yeah, Surfin' Safari. And it is your classical Beach Boys water park music. Again, 15-minute show.
Yeah, like the last one, they did one song per person and maybe one group song.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good cast for that.
Yep. And then
they said, join us
for
our next show.
Which is Flashback. And we're like,
what?
Okay.
These poor people.
I'm like, I wanted to see Flashback. They did get a little bit of a break here. So I think I just looked this up. This one plays at 1:45 and Flashback is at 3:30. So they do get a little bit of a break there. I'll say a little bit of a break because there's another show going on in the park. Then we go to Flashback at 3:30. I will warn you, Flashback only plays at 3:30. One showing of Flashback. So it is, like I said, kind of just talk about it. It goes a family. It's a large cast. It is 13, 14 people in this cast, I would say. Let me just say, some of the cast look very familiar.
Both shows.
merged. And there was this one random guy that I really liked the flashback show. It started, they actually had an antique car, one of their old antique cars, and the family came in and was driving and was flipping the music, and it did the Back to the Future song immediately.
That hooked Matt right away.
I was like,
He's
okay,
sold.
I'm
Done.
sold. This is good. I like this. They had a big screen in the back, and it went back in time, and then they did songs from the 50s. They did multiple costume changes. They did 60s, 70s, and 80s, and multiple costume changes, different eras. They brought out Rubik's Cubes. They brought out some disco ball in that era. They did all kinds of stuff, the diner stuff, everything you can expect for the eras. Very well produced show.
It was, I don't know. I guess I was expecting way lower than what they performed, because
this was impressive.
It was really good.
Yeah, and every single cast member was good. And like I said, it was kind of funny because Gina, we were both kind of picking out, oh, this person's this in this show, and this person's this, and that person's that. And I'm like, who's that guy? I've not seen that guy. And I think later you're like, yeah, he was like walking around with him. I was like, okay, whatever.
I think he was a switch guy.
Yeah.
A swing.
For a swing for some of the shows. Yeah, is what it looked like. Except then we ended up, so shows go on and off, and so we're like, okay, all of these shows have been great so far. We should probably go see all the shows. And so we found out, we knew there was a country show in the first venue, which is, again, so the flashback show's in the main theater, the Palace, I think is what it's called. It's the main theater right next to the train station, not too far from there. And the Gold Fever show and the country show is in the saloon, which is on the other side of the train. So they're all kind of, those three are all right near the train. The other ones are in random locations. The wave pool, the Justice League, and we found another one on the studio backlot, which we'll talk about in a minute because we'll get there. So we then saw, I think we then saw the country show. I believe.
No, that was the last one.
Sorry. We saw the other show, which was the studio show, which was called, I do not remember that name. Let me look it up. Let's Go to the Movies. Yeah. And this guy that I was randomly in flashback was in this show with everybody except one cast member from Surfin' Safari and from Bubble Pop. Yep. So one guy from those shows said, I'm taking a break. And this guy came in and did the Let's Go to the Movies. Yep. And they did movie theme songs.
And it was about 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
One song per cast member and then a group.
Yeah. So again, outdoor show, nice show.
It does have seating. It's in front of Johnny Rocket.
It's kind of it's the Johnny Rocket seating.
Yeah.
So there you go. We enjoyed a funnel cake while watching. So let's go to the movies. Again, it was from your movie songs. So a lot of different entertainment so far, as you can tell. The last, then there's also a show, the train stops at a certain point. Check the times because we wrote it. And I thought the time was the same time as flashback because I thought everyone was in flashback, but they had a different break, so we didn't know, so we had to ride the train again. It was a cute little show. Very Worlds of Fun has something like, I think this is a Missouri train thing, to be honest, because Silver Dolly City has one that stops, and Worlds of Fun did, and now this one does. So they're all very similar, where they kind of hook.
Don't spoil it.
Things happen, and I got blamed for not locking the door. So
he sure did. We were in the back of the train. We didn't think they were going to come see us.
And the guy's like, you didn't think you were going to come see us.
Yep. He came all the way back there.
Yep. Okay. And then, our last show that we saw was Forever Country, which is a country show. And by this time, we're like, we've seen this cast 3 times because they were in flashback. They were in... with the other group. They were in flashback, they were in the gold show, and the one guy came out. They're all in different uniforms again. They're all in like country
My
boots.
favorite cast member came out and I talked to him.
Yes, he was very good. They were all very good.
They were, but he was my favorite. Just the part that he played in the saloon show, he killed it.
Yeah, he was the
He killed it.
comedic relief
Yep.
character for sure in that show. So, but he did really good in other shows. Like, I will say the cast, but the last show was a country show. I think it was about 20 minutes or so. It was indoors, nice seating.
5 songs per cast member?
This one seemed to go a little long. Well, actually,
I think they had more. They had 6. They had 3 girls and 3
yes, because
boys.
the whole Gold Fever cast sung.
Yeah.
Pretty much, which was so. That cast is impressive. I'll just say that. The outdoor cast singing is impressive because of everything going on. So, um, so a very good cast, I would say. They all have different outfits in every show. Flashback has multiple outfit changes in it. There's not really one in the other one, the Gold Fever show, but there's some interesting stuff going on there. So, overall, you probably have gathered what's happening, but if you haven't, we'll just kind of summarize it. All of the shows, except for Flashback, have only 2 showings during the day. So we just happened to get on a string. We missed we could have got one of the Forever Countries, but then earlier, or the studio.
But we rode
show.
the train because we thought it was going to be.
And then the train wasn't ready. So
actually, I think you had the wrong time. Because we got there and he goes, "Oh, we're like 15 minutes."
Oh, there was something where the time was different. I don't know. There are some times where they do some of the shows at different times during the day. Like it's on the website as one time, and I was going off of that, and they had a different time on the thing, is what it was. So just check when you get there. The times on the site are correct. Just the days might not be correct because they do switch on and off things. Yeah. So anyway, just heads up.
And the one show that we did miss that was not playing that day is the cabaret show.
Yeah, there's another cabaret
which I
show.
probably would like.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably the same Gold Fever cast and the Forever Country cast, but
yeah.
So all of the cast is great. I'll say this. So
and they're very friendly because they'll come if you're waiting out there for the show to start. They'll come out and talk to you.
Yeah. So the Forever Country show, I thought we kind of thought it might be a little longer, but to be honest, I understand why it's so short because this cast is doing 2 other, one big production show and 2 other relatively long shows with a lot of talking.
Yeah.
So, and actually I just looked at this and Forever Country might have had an extra showing that we missed.
Oh, darn.
Or maybe they added a showing of Forever Country.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like happened.
But even when they let you in
yeah.
before the show, I think they open the doors, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before?
I thought it was 10 to 15, yeah.
And the cast will go around and talk to you.
Yeah.
During the saloon show, they were in their character talking to you. But in the country show, they were kind of them. I would assume themselves. I don't know them personally, so maybe not.
They were. Oh yeah, it was not a character. They were just kind of chilling, talking about how their day was and stuff. And we were there at a later show. I think their last show of the day, so it makes sense. They probably were just chilled.
So do you think the entertainment at Six Flags St. Louis will help the park or hurt it?
I think for us, and we kind of didn't plan this, and we kind of did plan it. I knew there was entertainment. I wanted to see as many shows as possible. I didn't think we'd see them all, and I didn't realize what the heck was going on with the cast until we got there, for sure. They were all really good. The talent they have is great.
Yep.
I'll say that. Their production values were all really good. The Flashback show and the Gold Fever show, great shows. The other shows are the more singing shows, but again, that's what you need. And they're all different. There's enough shows for everybody. I think that St. Louis needs something to set itself apart, to be honest. I think it does need some TLC, and it just got bought by Enchanted Parks. They kind of call it their flagship. If they keep doing this with entertainment, I think that could be very helpful. I mean, they are technically kind of competing with Silver Dollar City, which has really good entertainment.
Yeah.
Some of these shows you could say are similar because they do have a saloon show at Silver Dollar City. It's different than this show, obviously, but it's similar. It's a saloon show, so it's similar.
I think I like St. Louis's saloon show a little bit better than
I think
Silver Dollar City.
We need to see Silver Dollar Cities again. I think Silver Cities is longer, and
I agree it's longer, but I
um,
think I like
yeah, they're both
that one
different.
better.
I'll say they're both different. I'll say that. They do have the train, the thing on the train, and you could. They're both unique. Um, but I think but then they also have different shows like that. They have bigger production shows for sure at Silver Odyssey. These are not as big a production shows. Flashback is a pretty big production, I would say, for a, a theme park for sure
Right.
that had no entertainment. It's pretty impressive what they did. Um, they had props that come out on the side of that show. They had a big screen in the back that kind of helped tell the story as well. It's definitely Flashback is definitely not Dreamland Drive-In when it's not the emotional part of it and not telling the story of the guy and his
Don't
wife.
spoil it, please.
You can't see the show anymore. I'm not going to ruin it. Um,
What if they bring it back? And
I would
people will be
love that.
like,
I would love it if
Matt
Dreamland
Monroe on MGM Adventure
said
podcast
bring back
ruined
Dreamland
it
Drive.
for me.
I'm sorry if you missed Dreamland Drive-In, you missed out. Um, that definitely was my favorite show for a long time.
He cries every time.
I can't even see it anymore. I see like 5 songs of it, and I'm emotional. Anyway, so I think it will help set St. Louis apart. I really do. They obviously need some other things. They need probably they need some updates. I think it looked a lot better than from what I recall, it looked a lot better. There's still some rough edges, and also St. Louis has a ton of blacktop. So I hope over the years they fix that. Um, I will say, and this was I saw a lot of people cleaning. I don't know what it is with us going to parks and seeing people cleaning. I'm not meaning to notice this, but they're just there and they're out there cleaning, and I appreciate it. I don't recall seeing this the last couple times I was at Six Flags St. Louis. So take that for what you will. I don't know if you noticed that.
I
Some,
saw people cleaning, but I have a crappy memory, so it's not like I remember
this
last
was
time.
like they were like cleaning, like people would get off of out of tables and they were cleaning them off. Like I was like, what is going on here? They had this, uh, yeah, they were going around with their trash cans. So very exciting to see that kind of stuff happening. Also, for the park, obviously Six Flags St. Louis. Check out the entertainment. I think it runs through August. What is the date? Let me get that for you if I have it up. August something, and they may have some additional entertainment over the summer. August 2nd is when it's till. So check the dates. Thursday through Mondays are the main shows. If you want to go check them out, but I'd recommend checking them out. It definitely was nice to get out of the heat, see some shows. Of course, only 3 of the shows are indoors, but it was nice to kind of break up the day and we fit rides in, and it was nice. I'll say that. So, Six Flags St. Louis will become Mid America next season. So I'm intrigued. If you do have a Six Flags Gold Pass for the Midwest region, or if you bought it whenever, I don't know. If you have the All Parks passport, you can get in for free, free parking. I will say the most annoying thing was our drink plan. I don't know.
Nobody knew how it worked.
No one knew how the drink plan worked. I the first person said, "Do you want a drink bottle?" I should have just said yes. It would have made my day a lot easier. So if you get there and they scan your they can't scan it. Like I had to prove I had the drink plan every time. I probably should have just got the bottle and moved on. It's
I
even
told him.
um I could have had like 6 bottles
No,
because we were
only
thirsty.
2 people offered it to you.
I don't well, that's 6 because we both have 2. So
2 plus 2 is 4.
okay, man, I thought someone else offered it. I don't know. So the drink plan was confusing. We had no problems with parking, admission, or getting our fast lane, to be honest. But drink plan,
And if you have the food plan, it does not work.
it does not work. Correct. So anyway, there you go. Okay, moving on.
Ohio Midway report.
Yeah, I know we haven't had this in a while. What excitement do we have?
I didn't know this, but a new carousel will debut at the Ohio State Fair this year. It is a custom-built carousel and features animals from Ohio, such as
Yeah, you can ride on these.
otters,
Hmm.
bobcats.
There's a horse, a box turtle. They haven't announced all of them yet. There's 17 characters, so they
Characters or animals?
animals that you can ride on. So they haven't announced them all. There are 4 that's been announced so far, and they keep announcing like 1 a day. So I remember hearing about this, but then it's kind of because the fair is incoming. It's kind of heated up because they're announcing one animal a day. So it is called the Ohio Children's Carousel. So I don't
You're
know
not gonna ride an otter.
if I can ride the otter or just sit in the little chariot thing.
What if they don't
So
have a chariot there?
I'm sure we'll have a chariot. Every carousel has a chariot. So I don't know the details. It's just kind of it's going to be at the Ohio State Fair debuting this year. If you're interested, the Ohio State Fair runs from July 29th to August 9th.
And
So
it is in Columbus,
Columbus,
Ohio.
Ohio. So I think
That is the capital of Ohio.
yes.
Anywho, moving on.
If you know, you know.
Around the parks.
Yeah. So Project Purple, it probably is going to be completed within. If it's not completed within the next week, I don't know what they're doing. They have like 5 pieces to put,
That
maybe
means they're still
4.
building it. That's what it means.
They have 4 pieces of track to put up.
Have you ever built a roller coaster?
No, I have not, and not this tall.
And so,
There is a heat wave, so it might go into next week. Anyway,
is the heat wave out there though?
it's all over the place. It's all over there.
Centralized.
No, it's all over.
In the pocket of.
No.
Never mind.
So anyway, Project Purple will be finished very soon, within the next week, I would say. The track work will be. The electronics, the station, that kind of stuff, not ready, but the track will be built. Thankfully, we were told there was a date incoming. We didn't know what it would be. Thankfully, here recently, a giant shipping container has showed up. And on the side of this giant shipping container is 072826.
I'm pretty sure Dawn posted something
She might have.
about the last piece of track.
Yes. The last piece of track. Also, someone put down the last piece. I saw this literally today. The last piece of track is sitting on by this crate, and I think you can see it and touch it. And maybe you can do some other things.
Their friends signed it in memory of Robert, who passed away earlier this year.
Oh yeah.
And
so it's going to be the last piece of track that goes up.
So Don Shell and Robert Zimmerman's name's going to be on the last piece of track, and Project Purple is for cancer, right?
Yeah, so Project Purple is for pancreatic cancer,
And
actually.
that's what.
And it's been the coaster kind of just because it was purple and they didn't announce it, everyone just called it Project Purple.
Yep.
And then it was discovered that there's literally an organization called Project Purple. And so it will, I guess that is breaking.
Yep.
I did not know this.
And that is unfortunately what Robert passed away of. And so his name will forever be on Project Purple, him and Don's.
Yep. So that'll be the last piece that goes at the top. So
and I thought that was really cool when she posted that.
I did not realize that was the case. So that is really cool. Yeah, I saw the piece of track was out there sitting at that. So the great crate showed up, and then I saw this morning like the piece of track showed up. So they must have did that today. So that's awesome.
Shout out to their friends that put that on there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we finally do have an announcement date also. So 7/28/26. And I will say I feel better about their trademark now because they do tease GVV shipping company. So I am hoping that is just the shipping company name.
Gargantuous.
Vertical Vengeance. I'm hoping that is just the shipping company now. There also ended up a button on this thing and it growls like a sea creature. So it's going to be some sea creature thing.
Maybe it's an octopus.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to be related to Wrath of Rakshasa. It's going to be it's going to be part of that universe. I can guarantee it.
Only time will tell. A month away.
A month away or so. So it's coming.
In sadder news, we received an announcement that Area Force 1 in Atlanta, Georgia will be shutting down.
Well, Fun Spot Atlanta will be shutting down August 2nd. So, and of course, that's home to Area Force 1. We don't know what's going to happen to Area Force 1.
How old is Area Force 1?
Area Force 1 is 3 years old. So, it's very good. I think everyone that's ridden it says it's very good. It's a good mix of crazy and not crazy.
We rode it quite a few times.
We did. We rode it on Leap Year, and that's why Leap Day. And we rode it on Leap Day because there was a special, and we actually rode it 9 times.
In a row.
And if you made it to 9, you got a prize. We were driving down to Florida, so we're like, "Okay, we'll stop in," and did not know I was just gonna ride it, say I rode it, and it just happened to be leap day, and there was a deal. So, we rode it 9 times.
We
Um,
did.
so you could have got something at 9, so I'm like, "I'm committed to 9 to get this prize." It was a nice prize. I got a bag and a magnet and a pin, so I
Yeah.
didn't have to buy the pin,
And
which I
the
was
pop
very
socket
yeah,
thing, wasn't it?
yeah, so I was happy I didn't have to buy the pin to our
Yeah.
pin board, so, um, yeah, so, yeah, it's a very good ride. It was very rideable, to be honest, I thought. Um, it's very
The only part I don't like is the first part.
I like the first part.
The one where you go or that's the end. I
The
don't like
end.
the end.
The end is a little violent, I'll say that, but, yeah, you have to brace yourself when you hit the brake, I felt. The rest of it was really good. It has a great stall. I
Yes.
forget what the first element is, but it's very good, and then it has a really good stall. The arcade roll is crazy. Um, it's a good ride. So it's 3
Fingers crossed it gets moved.
it's 3 years old, number 1. It's RMC, which is the youngest RMC at risk. We thought it was gonna be a Railblazer, to be honest. The only thing there is good news, uh, they did not build it with a wooden structure. So it's got a steel structure completely. This is the only thing I'm saying is a saving grace that this ride may live on. There is some challenges with moving it besides the relocation cost alone and the teardown and the rebuild cost. There is an elevation change of about 40 feet, I believe, from where the front of it sits to the bottom of it sits. So uh, there could be some challenges there with moving it. So a lot of people has placed it in multiple locations. I would love for it to live on somewhere. Um, wouldn't mind if it was closer to us. But I just hope it moves on. Obviously,
Moves on,
uh,
lives
it
on.
lives on somewhere else. A lot of parks could benefit from this ride if they can get it for a good price. So let's see what happens. Obviously, we feel terrible for everyone that works there. Um, every we were there, it was pretty dead, to be honest, besides the people riding Air Force One for this event that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Um, um, it's an interesting park, and I think, unfortunately, the location of it is very remote.
I
It
thought he was taking me
it was
to
like
the deep ditch of
it was a 2-lane road for 30 miles.
it was in the
It was
boondocks.
well, not 30 miles. It was at least so we were on the outer belt, and then you get off, and it's at least a 25-minute drive on mostly a 2-lane road. It's so it's outside of
And
Atlanta,
then it just pops up.
and then you're just like, "Oh, Area Force One's right there. Okay, that thing's big." So let's hope that it does go somewhere else. Anyway,
Please send your questions to mgmadventures@yahoo.com or to us directly through one of our social channels.
and of course, we do have a website, mgmadventures.riverside.com. You can find all of our episodes there, whatever source that we're on. We are on multiple sources. YouTube's probably our biggest one, but we're also on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Podcasts. We're probably on something else that I can't remember, but those are the big ones. Um, iHeartRadio. There we go. We're on that too for podcasts. So if
There you go.
you can find us all your places. And to make sure to stay tuned for future episodes. Next week, we'll definitely be on whatever's going on in Boulder Canyon for sure. I will then, I think, finally break the Six Flags membership thing out and kind of diagnose what's going on there. So those are definitely coming up soon. Who knows? We probably have more announcement. We do have at least a few more announcements, not just Project Purple. I'm at least waiting on Silver Dollar City's announcement.
What?
I They still haven't given us a date on that. I expect August. Someone else is Six Flags Great America has an announcement eventually. So I don't know if that will be now or in August. So stay tuned for that too. So anyway, I think that's all I got.
See you on the next episode, adventures. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I gotta go check my